I don't think anybody's defending capitalism. I think it's just accepting that that's the reality we live in. Like, I'm certainly not going to be able to change the system. I'm one schmuck on the internet. I'm not changing jack shit. Elon Musk has more money than God. My opinions, the air I breathe, means nothing to someone like him. And me ranting against his political views, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to be able to change that. Like, I am an insignificant ant compared to the power of billions of dollars. So it's like, I just, it is what it is. Like, I do what I can for my own personal, my wife, the direct family. I don't give a shit about anybody else beyond that. Like, so I do whatever I have to do to navigate within the system that I live in to make my own existence as best as I can. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know, I don't like capitalism any more than the next person. I would love to live in a Star Trek utopia, which I talk about all the time. I love that concept. Being able to, like, do whatever we want to do creatively and leave the menial labor and bullshit to robots. And we no longer worry about money. Everyone has access to healthcare. Everyone has access to the best everything. We've eliminated cancer. We've eliminated, like, awesome dream. But we have to be able to be there as a species. Um, and we're not there yet. Is this right? We currently, the trajectory we are on as a species, we are doomed. Well, I wish you luck in gathering enough people to change the system. I will not be partaking in that journey. Like, the only thing that's going to collectively bring society together is going to be I think, another global catastrophe, world war, a meteor coming to hit the planet. And even then, let's say there's a meteorite coming that's going to destroy the planet. It's still going to be the rich. I mean, what is that movie that where they build the arcs? Is it John Cusack is in that film? It's like one of those asteroid movies, and it's like all the billionaires go and build a bunch of, like, special arc ships to live out their life, to be able to survive on the ocean, right? And the rest of the planet dies. Like, that's where we are as a society, like, globally. The rich are going to be the ones who survive the global catastrophe, and the rest of us are just fucked. That might be the name of the movie, Barbarossa, 2011. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure it's John Cusack is in that movie. How the hell do I get? I've got to probably go through that cave. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but me saying that I can't change the system is not a cop out. That's not a cop out at all. It's me recognizing that my insignificant contribution is not enough to change anything. Like, in a perfect scenario, let's just say the 99% of the world rose up to fight the 1%. Where are we getting the resources to fight the 1%? They have all the resources. They have all the weapons. They have all the, like, it's rebellion is a legit thing and it can be successful. It has been successful in history, but it takes a boiling point to get to the point where everyone is willing to risk life and limb to change the system. And we're just not there yet. I'm not willing to risk my life and limb. Totally not willing. And I don't think that's a cop out on my part. That's an acceptance that I'm not ready. I'm not willing to risk it. Maybe you're willing to risk it. I'm not willing to risk it. Like, I have found a way to exist within the system. This is a great conversation. Like, this is why everyone should watch the Matrix movies, by the way. I am 100% the guy who's eating the steak plugged into the Matrix. I am 100% that guy. I know that it's fake, and I don't care. It tastes good. I'm comfortable. I am 100% the guy who is plugged into the Matrix. And I just, call me apathetic. It's one of those things where it's like, we haven't gotten as a species to the point where I'm willing to rise up and say, yeah, fight the system. And if I mean, I'm sure, it's tricky. Here's another good example. Before I met my wife grew up in abject poverty. She grew up in the jungle of Mexico, and the concept of travel to my wife was so outside of her realm of possibility that she never even considered travel. Never even thought about travel. Think about that for a minute. Travel was outside of the realm of possibility for my wife because she lived in this bubble of, I'm from here, I make this amount of money, this is how much money I will ever make, and I will never be able to break outside of the system because that's my lot in life. I cannot fathom anything outside of this bubble, right? Then we started dating and she started going on trips. And she began to say, okay, now I can understand and fathom travel, and working together, we can achieve things that I could never achieve on my own. But until that point, she lived inside that bubble of, I'm never, like, I can't, why would I think about travel? The cost of a plane ticket to go to London is more than I'm going to make in 5 years. Why would I ever consider travel when it's outside of my realm of possibility? I'm worried about food. I'm worried about rent. I'm worried about, do I have enough money to get a bus ticket to go to work? And do I need to maybe not eat steak this week? Maybe I can only eat beans this week in order to afford the bus ticket to go to work. That's my wife. That was my wife many, many years ago, her and her sister both. And when you are someone living in that bubble, like, there's no point in trying to do something outside of your bubble if you're trying to survive on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's impossible to fathom something outside of that bubble. It takes great change, some great change in circumstance for that to be a thing. And that's just the reality for most people in the world, is they are living within some type of a bubble. And we all have different bubbles. Right. The Star Trek lore is interesting because the only reason they got to that place as a society was because of catastrophe. Um, all right. I didn't see a way out of this cave, though. I genuinely did not know how to get over there. Where the heck do I need to go? Oh, there might be a bridge down over here. Because I don't think I'm getting through there from over here, but there looks like there might be a bridge down there. I have no idea how to get down to that bridge, though. And every system has its flaws too. Like there is no perfect system yet. Like I know someone said something. I just saw the word communism go by in chat a minute ago, and I had mentioned this the other day. I was involved with a Bulgarian woman for a while, for like 8 years, and I lived in Bulgaria for a few years, and I used to travel there a lot. And yeah, Russian communism had a lot of bad things. Like there was a lot of, you know, it was not a it was not a flawless system. It had a lot of issues. But one thing that no one ever talks about is the fact that under communism, everyone got, and I'm going to use air quotes here because this is a contextual conversation. Contextual. Everyone received free housing under that era of government. And so when you go to modern day Bulgaria, Serbia, etc., Romania, those people, they don't have mortgages. They don't rent. They own their homes because they are generational homes that were given to their families during the communist regime. Yeah, it was more of a centralized social system. I'm using blanket terms here. So when you go there, it's something that no one talks about. This benefit of a system that was arguably not that great was that people don't have mortgages and rent, and they have places to live, they have roofs over their heads, and so on and so forth. And that's something that other countries have to worry about. They have to worry about paying rent. They have to worry about, so there are pros and cons to every system. It's you can't just blanket something and say this is evil. It's all evil because of. No, there are pros and cons to every system. It's complex. It's very complex. I guess we go down and around. Okay. Curve around. We gotta go past the... Yeah, a perfect example is Americans who think that China is communist. China is not communist, but the average American doesn't understand that China is not a communist country. But that's propaganda for you. That's the number one most powerful tool in any government's repertoire is propaganda. That's why someone was asking earlier about Dune, and I was like, we were talking about the House Atreides. I was like, Duke Leto was just as bad as all the other ones in terms of being willing to use propaganda as a tool on Arrakis because he understood. It's in the books. It's never mentioned in the films or the TV adaptations, but it's in the books. The fact that Duke Leto is not that nice of a guy. He just happens to be on the side that treats the Fremen with some amount of decency, but he's still just as ruthless of a lord, of a ruler, and in terms of using mercenaries and all these other tools. All right, I am legitimately confused with how to get over to this other side because I cannot figure out. I can't even see a bridge down there in the fog, but if you look down there on the map, there's definitely like a bridge structure over here. I'm about to go look this map up on the internet and try to figure this out because this is starting to piss me off. Why can't I have a really cool levitate spell or jump spell or something? I need to be across there. I can't climb the sword. The cave doesn't go anywhere. I think the only other option would be to see if maybe I can't come around this backside here. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. Maybe we just say fuck that quest and go to the other places first. Oh no, I almost fell. Yeah. He's definitely trying to have view that whole the world is gonna be we're not making enough babies. Meh. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Correct. During those days, in those countries, there was no homelessness. Everyone worked. Yes, it was a, again, pros and cons. You were given homes based on how many kids you have, and you were expected to work. You were part of the system. But generally speaking, no homelessness, just abject poverty. I mean, we can look at Cuba as a good example. I got asked a lot, like about 10 years ago, why I wasn't traveling to Cuba. And I said, because I don't want to go to Cuba because I am not going to be able to eat any good food and I won't be able to have good internet. And I need those things. Like, I need good internet to work. And it's like the system in Cuba is so horribly messed up in terms of, sure, theoretically, everyone is supposed to be equal, but it doesn't work like that. The restaurants are the ones who, like, as soon as beef, as soon as chicken gets on the shelves, they literally have people who are paid by the hotel staffs and the restaurant staffs. Those people are on staff to wait at the supermarkets, and the moment the chicken comes in, they will buy all of the chicken that's available so that the restaurant can have chicken to sell chicken to make a profit. And meanwhile, the little grandma who needs chicken to eat, she goes to the grocery store at 9 o'clock in the morning, and there's no chicken left. Like it, every system has its like correct. It's embargoes, and it's just ah! Government sucks. Period. Like you definitely need something to govern society, but we have yet to find a good solution for something that works for everybody. Which is why we come back to the whole in a perfect world, the Star Trek system would be awesome, but we're not there yet as a society. Oh, the animal thing is a fun one, JK, because so my old man had a meltdown when Chris and I ate horse while we were in Spain, because he rides horses and has a horse as his best friend to help him with his cattle ranch. It's like, so it's okay to eat the cow, but not okay to eat the horse. You do realize that it just depends on where you live, dictates what animals are food and what animals aren't food. It's like the joke about um, Chinese food. Meow meow. Because in certain countries, it's okay to eat cats and dogs, and it's not okay to eat cats and dogs in another country. It's cow. You don't eat cows in India because of the religion, but yet in the United States, like beef is like the number one. Oh, I'm never gonna make that fall. There's no way. Ah! So there's definitely something down there, which I hadn't considered. So I bet I need to turn around and run back over here and get back to the base of that river area, which is like up this way. Where the heck? I'm gonna try it. Ah! I love that ability because it saves me from dying. Just hope there's no dangerous fishies in the water. Oh, is this not the way? I thought I saw like a path down there. I must not be able to access it from this side. It must be on the other side of that wall. Well, shit. Dude, I'm starting to get a little frustrated for sure because I can't find anything. I can't find a way to get down anywhere. And then like some of these areas are like, I know from the past maps that some areas are locked off behind caves, but like there's no quest markers showing you like which caves to go to. And I'm sorry, I'm not 12 years old and I want to explore every nook and cranny. Give me quest trackers, damn it. This might be a way down in here. Alright, this got me relatively more close to this. But I still haven't found a way down into it. Like, seriously, there's a whole like floor down here that I have no idea how to get to. Like canyon down in here. And it's blocked. I'm just gonna jump. I think I have an ability that'll save me if I hit the ground. Yep. Oh, I missed the ground. Urgh. Sometimes I just want to be able to get down to the place I want to go, and then you can find the way out that way. I'm gonna have to jump because I can't. Falling down makes me hit the wall, so. Oh no! Ah! There's the fast travel. I made it! So the question I have is, how the frack. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. There's a cave here that we would have needed to have found. The mine pass. We would have needed to find a pass to find a way down here, and yet these passes are not marked on the map in any case. And it's like, I like my quest trackers, man. I don't really consider, we're not really necessarily having a political discussion this morning. This is more like, I mean, I think in my mind, politics is like, I voted for this guy and you didn't vote for this guy. You're an idiot. Why didn't you vote for this person? Like, when we're talking political parties, what we're discussing in chat this morning is history. We're talking global governments, what has been done in the past, what didn't work. We're talking economics. We're talking the failures of society. I don't think that's quite the same thing as when I'm like, don't talk politics. Now, and obviously we're all still, even if we're disagreeing in some areas, there's respectful disagreement happening. It's the difference is when you have somebody coming in and saying, I voted for this person and you didn't, you're an idiot. I hope you die. Like that's what I ban. That's the stuff we don't tolerate. You must be a Trumper. Oh, you must be a whatever. Oh, you voted for Biden. You're an idiot. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I won't tolerate. Like, you're a Kamala cuck. And it's like, get out of here. Like, that kind of stuff. No. Nope. Alright, this guy's creepy. Let's do this before I duck out for a... Give a animal part. Have a blood clot.
You tread where others dare not. Speak, mortal. Why have you come to the dark beneath the world?
I seek your blessing to help defeat Thurgiv.
Trigva. His corruption festers even here, staining the roots of the world. If you wish to destroy him, you must prove you understand the price of power. Show me you can take what the depths demand: courage, wit, and sacrifice. The heart and the mind both are tested here. Bring me what lies at the core of your enemies. The heart and the brains of a beast will prove your courage and cunning.
Pretty sure I have a heart and a brain on me right now.
Will you earn the blessing of the
If not, I will
depths.
have them in my chests. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to fight one here. Ah! Jesus, Mary and Joseph, he's not taking any damage. There he goes. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out the boss fight.